Okay, this video I was a little bit hesitant about doing because I didn't want to waste too many resources on something that's just more or less an analogy, a mathematical analogy. But it's something that I have inside me that I wanted to get out, and something that I wanted to post a video about that explains this analogy that I find pretty interesting, even though it's just a mathematical analogy. Probably not even a good one. But as you can see here is a pair of dual televised televisual portals. One has a holodeck of the other, which in this way is explained with this these instructions. Well, this image right here, how the outside can become the inside by a few manipulations of the cube diagram on top, and how the corners can become the inside too. Turn it from the holodeck, from invisible, low-tech invisible to high-tech to low-tech holodeck. And this is the last part of the puzzle, I guess, of morphing the edge and the cornering views. So back to this here is dual televised televisual portals, and these are the high-tech counterpart to the photographic portals, but they still have an invisible cloak on the outside while having each other's holodeck on the inside. They're still invisible to their own surrounding while having a holodeck on the inside. And that's something to the effect of what I'm trying to capture here. These interior holodecks, and these interior holodecks. But what I'm really trying to explain with this analogy is the high-tech counterpart. The breakaway view is right here, interior, and this shows another. He's outside of his portal. She's inside of her holodeck, inside his portal, and her virtual self, this orange color, denotes her being a virtual form, volumetric virtual form, and the dark silhouette is him being in a real figure, a real form. So anyway, down to these is what I'm trying to get to. These are what I call, well, the fascination began with what I called my magic ghost number cubes. But these are magic hybrid number cubes. And what that means is that, well, for the magic ghost number cube, you would count up, and in the addition form of the cube, you would count up the blue primary numbers, the 6, that cover the faces. But this is green, and I'll tell you why in a second. But, and you'd add them up, and that would be 21 for the center. That's the central ghost number, or what I call the central ghost number. I'm now trying to call the central core number, the core ghost number. And there's 3 different ghost numbers to any type of polyhedra, not just a cube, but the dodecahedron, icosahedron. But there's 3 ghost numbers to every type of these polyhedra. There's a core ghost number, the purple inner ghost number, and the red outer ghost number. And the thing that's significant about all these is that the core ghost number, which in this case is a hybrid number cube because it has a real number, and I call it a real number, 3 in the central core cube. Because the reason I call it that is because in this hybrid form, the ghost number is still out here around the walls. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it still exists here because it still goes into 63 3 times. 21 goes into 63 3 times. And that's another aspect about these cubes and these higher polyhedra, that the core ghost number goes into the outer ghost numbers of this averaged out or dodecahedron, icosahedron. 5 times for this, 3 times for this, and I don't know why I assumed that it's 5 times for the edges, 3 times for the edges. But in this case, it's 3 times, and I'm guessing 3 times for the corner. where the axis meet at the corner. So now the reason the 3 here exists is because you have 1 plus 3 is 4. That's the reason I color them green, because they're different from the magic ghost number cube, even though they're the same number. In this instance, where 3 is the core ghost number, the core real number. But if it was 6 or 9 or something like that, there would be another sort of way to divide into the outer ghost number. So anyway, it's 1 plus 3 is 4, 2 plus 3 is 5, 3 plus 3 is 6. And when you use the commutative property, it's 9 on both sides of this, 7 on both sides of this, and 5 on both sides of this. And but then it's not just the commutative property on these 3 axes. You wind up, when you add up to the corners, in this instance of an addition cube, you get 4. When you add up down here, you get 10. That's 14. Right here for the outer cube later. And right here, same thing. You get 7 right here and 7 right here. When you add up 6 and 1 and 3 and 4, you get 7 and 7, which is 14 on the outer cube later. So anyway, and it's not just that, it's this axis. I'm sorry, this is blurring. This axis, 12 and 12 is 9 and 3, and even the corners, the outer corners, the outer ghost numbers are added up from the inner ghost number, and the other corresponding inner ghost number of the 2 pair at all 4 diagonals cutting through the cube. Anyway, what I'm getting to now is that the similarity I see with these, the high-tech counterpart, is because it's going through like light, sort of like a light would go through an object, go through here, come out the other end in both directions. Same with every single axis, all the 3 axes of the faces, all the 6 axes of the edges, and all the 4 axis of the corners. I believe I got that right. So that's like a cloak, and this is the negative form. I'm imagining because they're supposed to meet up with each other, and they cancel each other out by meeting up with each other. And so the inside is like a holodeck. Like this has its holodeck, and this has its holodeck. Well, here's the real person is a 3, while the virtual person emanates from the holodeck walls, the ghost number. And so I'm running out of time to be able to post this. Running out of time, so that's the one thing I wanted to compare these two. And any ghost number can be turned into their own magic ghost number cube. So that's where I can see how the 3 different chambers would be formed by their own ghost numbers, magic ghost number cubes, or higher polyhedra. Well, I guess I should stop now, but this is just an analogy, and I'm probably wasting my time trying to explain it, but it's a portal, and a portal, and a portal. Thanks a lot.